Hey everybody, welcome back to my modern homestead. My name is Janet. If you're new here, you are so welcome and I'm so happy to see you. If you are returning, welcome back you guys. Alyssa's behind the camera and today's video is special. This is something I do every year. In fact, you can go back and look. I have some videos from last year, Christmas around the world. Now, we normally do a whole day full of one country, but because it's so close to Christmas, I'm having to squeeze a bunch of countries into one day, so we're doing a condensed version of Christmas around the world. And what we're going to do right now are England and Australia. Now in England, or for that day, I normally would do a clotted cream, I would make homemade scones, and the one thing we're going to do today I would do anyway, but anyway, we're going to give you a condensed version, so I hope you stick around. And you guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, or all of the above, or none at all. Just as long as you're here watching and enjoying your time. I love it when you're here. Let's go.
Oh goodness, y'all, I almost forgot. We did do Mexico. We had quesadillas and Mexican hot chocolate. And we also did Germany. We did our gingerbread houses for that. That's something we do every single year. And it's one of our, or at least mine, it's one of my favorite traditions. I just wanted to take a second to mention those before we actually get into the activities for England. Okay, back to the regularly scheduled program.
Look, could we say we're doing France too? You know, this is the first time my kitchen has been halfway clean since we moved in. It's not clean, so don't look real close. But look, it's actually straight. Can you look around a little bit? There's some things that don't look way over there and all that stuff. We haven't gotten there yet. So what we're going to start with are some smoked sausages. I've done this before and used the little smokies, and I don't really know what this looks like in England because I've never been, I've never seen it done in England at Christmas time. But what we're going to do is take a smoked sausage and wrap it with a piece of bacon. I know y'all are tired of seeing this sweater, but I've been so busy trying to do the house, I haven't even found my clothes. So there we go. Just wrap it, and you can secure it with a piece of a toothpick, not a piece of toothpick, just a toothpick if you wanted to, but lay it with the seam side down. Now, as I said, in England, we for England, I would normally make scones, but we're going to make do with good old southern biscuits. So I'm just going to put a few on this pan. These need to cook at the same temperature and time, so it's no problem. But let me get them open and put a few out. All we have to do now is let the oven heat up, and we're going to let the peas and carrots just come up and get good and hot. That's also a traditional side to the smoked sausages wrapped in bacon. But while we're waiting on the oven, yeah, we got time, we're going to go out front and we're going to hang our wreath. And that is one of the things we usually do for Australia on the very first day of December. Because in Australia, it's very similar to here in the United States. They like to decorate and do lights, at least by what I've read. But it's warm in Australia on Christmas. And if you're in most of the United States, you know it's not warm here. It's very cold. So, but in Australia, because it's warm, they like to barbecue and do carols by candlelight. There's a big gathering where they do that. But sometimes we'll put out candles and sing by candlelight, but this year, because it's the condensed version, we're just going to hang our wreath. Alrighty, we'll let Alyssa do the wreath for us. That's good. Ignore all my boxes back there. Ta-da! And it's okay that it's almost Christmas. We'll still enjoy it. Thanks, babe. Yep. Alright, the oven's ready. So lunch is going to be done. Oh, I've got the pizza still in there. Hold on, let me get that out. Hey, man, let's try this again. Okay, now, is this your first time seeing me in this kitchen? Did I cook in here the other day? I can't remember. But anyway, as you can see, there is a white stove. Y'all, I cannot do a white stove. This is a Prissy stove, and it's not going to stand up to my cooking. Can already see I can't get that off. I've had to order something to clean it. So hopefully it'll be here in the next day or so. But anyway, we're going to have to remodel in here somewhat, and that will be the first thing to go. I need a real stove. So let's give this just a few minutes and we'll be right back. Okay, while that is cooking, I need to see if I can find a recipe. I did Greek lamb chops and some lemon potatoes last year. Hold on. But I can't find my recipe. But I need that one for grease. So I'm going to look for that. Yes, there are pumpkins in my kitchen floor. Why I keep walking around these pumpkins is beyond me. We need to get those up. There we go. We have England ready. We have our bacon wrapped sausages, our biscuits we're going to pretend are scones, and our peas and carrots. We'll be back for supper with a new country. Hey y'all, welcome back. We were supposed to do grease last night, but things just got a little crazy, so we're having to do grease tonight. What we're going to do is make some lamb chops and potatoes. So first thing we need to do is drizzle a little olive oil onto our lamb chops. A little, not a lot. A little crazy. And then we're going to season lightly with oregano. I'm not trying to make these perfect because they will mix in the bag. It's funny that these are for Greece when this lamb actually comes from Australia. I think that's fitting for this video. We did Australia. Okay, so there's oregano. Here is some rosemary. That smells good. And let's sprinkle a little bit of garlic powder. A little salt. And a little pepper. Is that even coming out? I can't see it.
Yes, it's coming out.
Thank you. All right. Let me grab some tongs. You can't see my feet, can you? No, don't show them. Can you see my feet? Okay. I had to go buy cheap shoes to wear. And all they had were granny house shoes, so I'm wearing granny house shoes. Anyway, I'm just putting these in a Ziploc bag. I'm turning them over, seasoned side down. Oh, and you know what I forgot to do? You're supposed to squeeze lemon juice onto these too. I totally forgot. It's all right. We'll fix it. All right, there's the last one. Let's get this out of the way. Put those there. I didn't even see that. Yikes. Okay, let's do this in reverse order. Pause it, baby. Now last year when I made these, it was easier because I only did 1 pack of chops. But y'all, these were so good. I said this year, because we like them, I will do a double recipe. But as you can see, it's harder to get into this bag. So what I'm doing is just squeezing a little bit of lemon juice over the top of these, and we'll turn it over. Do the same to this side. And then I'm going to rub it really good, get all those spices mixed around, and the olive oil distributed. And we're just going to let them sit for 1 hour or thereabouts. It doesn't have to be exact. We're going to work on the potatoes before we start cooking these. There's that. Just rub it all around. See here, I got a clump of spices there. Okay, we got them all rubbed down really well. Let's put them in the refrigerator. Okay, let's work on our potatoes. I'm going to cut these into thin wedges so that they won't take a long time to cook, and then we're going to season them. Let's get started. These have already been pre-washed. Alyssa washed them for us. Thank you, Alyssa. Okay. Why does it look so dark? Okay, what we're going to do now is pour a little olive oil over the top. And we're going to salt them. And make sure you salt them well. Ooh, not garlic salt, salt. And then I have some homemade Greek seasoning. You can use whatever Greek seasoning you like. I just went online, made my own. Found a couple of recipes that looked good to me, and I just kind of made up my own as I went. Okay, now we want to, oh, don't forget the lemon. This sounds so unusual on these potatoes, but y'all, it is so good on these potatoes. Don't skip that step. And just toss them together. And once we put these on the pan, if they look like they need a little more seasoning, the Greek seasoning will add that. These look so good already. See if y'all can see that. It's deliciousness in a bowl. And make sure while you're doing this to go ahead and preheat your oven to, I'm going to do 425 to at least 400. Now we're going to pour these out onto a lined baking sheet. Spread them as well as you can. These were really small potatoes, so I went ahead and did 8 potatoes. Just, there's no right or wrong, just whatever you think your family will eat will be fine. The seasonings look pretty good. I might sprinkle just a hair over the top. Some liquid in the bowl. Don't really know if that's water or oil or what that is. Just going to go right over the top with a little bit more Greek seasoning. There we go. Let's get these. Well, actually, we need to wait on the oven and then we'll put them in. Okay, let's put these in the oven. Okay, I have the timer set for about 12 minutes. Woo! Looking a little ragged today. We've been unpacking. So anyway, we're going to let these cook for about 12 minutes. And when that time is up, I'm going to pull the chops out of the refrigerator and get my pan heated up with some olive oil. And then we'll be ready to cook those. Okay, the oven's beeping at me. Let's take the potatoes out. I hear you, I hear you. Oh, I didn't want to turn it off. Good gracious. I'm still learning this oven. But anyway, let's stir these around. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the cast iron skillet so it can be heating also. I learned last year that these won't really get crispy, especially if you put too much oil on them like I did. But the last, after you cook them and they're soft, the last few minutes you can turn them on broil, and that helps some. But y'all, these potatoes are so good it doesn't matter. You won't care if they're crispy or not. About 10 more minutes and these will be done. And you guys, there's not really a set time for these. Just keep an eye on them. And when they're done enough for you, then they're done. You know, if you like them more done, leave them in longer. Like I said, turn that broiler on the last few minutes. So good. All right, let's pop these back in. Okay, y'all, while I'm waiting on the cast iron skillet to heat up, I'm just going to put a little salad on my plate. A few little tomatoes. There we go. And in just a second, I will get the bread going also. Okay, and if you've been here long enough, look, that skillet's already smoking. I don't even have to check it with water. But if you've been here long enough to know, I use this little bowl of water here to check my pan. Put a little olive oil in there. And let's get these chops in. And we're going to cook these for about 5 minutes on each side. And while the chops are cooking on that one side, I'm going to go ahead and slice up the bread. And we'll grill this in the pan that the chops are cooking in once it's all done. I was excited when I found this loaf. It's a rosemary olive oil loaf. How perfect was that? Okay, I have just a few seconds left on here. These potatoes actually look okay to me, but like I said, if you want to turn yours on broil, that'll be just fine. Okay, I actually let these go for about 7 minutes. I'm just going to flip them over. Let them cook on the other side. You know what? I think I'm going to let them go a little bit longer. That's not very... I like mine nice and brown like that. Let me flip that back. Guess I'm going to have to learn this stove, because see, that one's still gray. Let's leave it. Hey guys, when your chops are done or almost done, a lot of people will turn them up on the sides to render some of the fat off of them. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I'm going to add a piece of bread and let that be grilling so that my chops and bread are done at about the same time. All right, y'all, let's plate this up. Piece of bread. Let's grab some potatoes. Oh, y'all, this looks so good. Y'all have a bite. Thank y'all so much for joining me for these few little countries. I know it was super condensed, but you guys, you know I love it when you come and spend a few minutes with me, and maybe you got a little bit of inspiration for tomorrow or the rest of the year. So until we meet again, I hope you have the merriest Christmas, and I hope I see you before the new year, but if I don't, Happy New Year also. I love you guys. God bless you.